Hey, what's going on? I hope y'all doing well. Me, I just got done with the run. It's now starting to get foggy. I'm now starting to get cold. Had to get rid of that alarm. But me, I just got done with the run. It was sunny out here, but now it's starting to get foggy. I love the fog, especially me living in the Bay Area. That's something that I want, where that's one place that I live that I was extremely grateful for. It was amazing. How that time lasted. Beautiful people, beautiful culture everywhere. However, I wanted to share a message with you guys and stick around to the end for my favorite um, number on this topic as to what I do in order to stay focused in a world full of distractions. The number one reason I'm going to leave to the end, so make sure that you stick around to that. Remember, like, share, subscribe. This video, MAJSAYY. Every day I'm becoming a better version of myself. All right. I hope you could get some value out of this, like I do when I share it to myself. Remember, these are downloads that I'm receiving during my extreme, excruciating exercises, and I love to put myself into this state first thing in the day because it's something that nobody will do, And that's number one, doing a thing first thing in the day that nobody is going to do. And what do I mean by that? Step one, going into a state of being uncomfortable, of discomfort. Whenever our bodies, our minds are knowing that we're going to go through something that's uncomfortable, it naturally wants to protect itself. It starts to channel that. If you're familiar with sales, there's the three aspects of selling. There's the child, adult, and the parent. There's that adult portion of ourselves that thinks very analytical as to, okay, why are we doing this? Why are we going to do this to ourselves? And we try to talk ourselves out of the thing that we know is necessary. However, we choose not to do it, or we choose to go through with it because of what the adult says. And I share that to say it's important to notice this voice in our heads and notice why it's there. It's there as a protection mechanism. However, if you're doing something that is not going to harm you, which is probably not, let's be real, it's better to just stick through with it, go through with the plan. And that thing is that I do is cold showers first thing in the morning. Nobody is typically going to do this. I'm sure that if you choose 10 people, I would say maybe one to two of them will want to hop in a cold shower. Shoot, even 30% of the people are not going to do that. And as you find out throughout this life, this brings me into my next point is number two, life is all about numbers. And what I mean by this, not just synchronicity where you look at a clock and you see 333, 444, 555. It's not about that. Of course, you should be paying attention to these numbers and these signs and these symbols that are coming from the universe or coming from God or whatever you believe in. But I think it's important to understand it's all about repetition. Repetition is the father of learning, so to speak, so that everybody says. And when we put ourselves into the repetition, we cause ourselves to increase our averages, increase our statistics in being that thing that we desire to be, in doing what we desire to do. For myself, I've been learning from, I'll use the topic of jujitsu. When I first started doing jujitsu back in 2020, I realized that, it's not necessarily the numbers of time that I want to go out of the gates. Like when I first learned, I was just like, all right, let's start doing self-defense stuff. Let's start doing this, and that. And it's a good channel. It's kind of like a gateway drug, so to speak, doing self-defense to then getting into doing jujitsu and then rolling on the ground. And I decided to start doing just one day a week. I'm still doing one day a week, and I've been doing it for 3 years now. The reason I'm doing it for one day a week is it's something that works for me. What is something that works for you where you can hit your numbers, so to speak, and think about the goal and think about how many numbers are you putting into this where the goal is going to um, be hit, through time. All right. So that being said, make sure that you're putting in the reps over time. All right. And that brings me into my last point. The last one I was wanted to share with you guys. And that is make sure you like, share, subscribe to this channel. First off, hit this like, this hit the like on this video if you are getting value from this. And that is meditation. Meditation and prayer. Prayer is coming from a space of faith, gratitude, and love. Love, baby. It's all about that love. Faith, gratitude, and love. And expressing it in a way that is abundantly clear that even though you do not see it with your physical eyes, you can't even rationalize it with your logical mind, you know that is possible. And being in that state consistently, even at the most important time for myself, when doubt creeps in, and it will creep in, when it creeps in, take it out. Know that, all right, this is what I do not want. What is it that I am? What is it that I'm grateful for? What is it that I'm loving for? What is it that I am uh, uh, attracting, right now? And sit with that. Even if you're meditating, I started off when I first started meditating over, like 7 years ago. I realized that there's a point where your mind's just going to wander and you're just going to think thoughts and you're like, damn, why the fuck am I thinking this thought? I didn't want to think this thought. Just think about it and then let it go. Think about it, let it go. Don't emotionalize these thoughts, because once you do, especially if they're negative, it's going to cloud everything that this whole meditation is about. Again, when a thought comes to you that's negative, okay, this is what I don't want. What is it I do want? Right? So try that. Start with 1 minute every day. And it doesn't have to be first thing in the day. I love doing it, after my workouts, but make sure you at least do it once a day. I'm doing a challenge for myself where I'm going to be focusing on this. It's called monk mode, 21 days challenge of doing just monk mode. And I want to start with 21 days and then I'll start building it up from there. And I'm going to see how it goes. I'm going to be doing this challenge starting today, meditating, not smoking weed or drinking alcohol or any type of substances. Focus on the things that I say I'm going to do. And I think I said meditating already, but just staying consistent in those three things. Um, Physically active, that's a given. Just at least making sure that I'm physically active for 30 minutes out of the day. But wanted to share that with y'all. I hope you take some value out of this. Remember to like, share, subscribe. I'm going to continue on about my day. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Stay blessed, y'all. Peace.